Hey everyone. So I was gonna continue my Neurodivergent series, but I really wanted to do this quick tier list. It's gonna be a small tier list. Don't worry. Today I'm gonna be ranking, as you can see, the SheRa princesses. Yeah. I'm not gonna do all the characters because I feel like that would be too much. I'm just gonna do the princesses at first. Maybe I'll do a ranking of all the characters eventually, but like I said, it's better to start with the princesses first. So yeah. I don't know why, but I'm quite excited for this one. I haven't done a SheRa video in a long time as well, so yeah, that's cool. Just put my list there. There we go. Okay, let's get started. Now, let's start with at D. We're gonna put Natasha there. Now, I actually do like Natasha. I like her personality. I like how she's like knows everyone's weaknesses, and that was pretty funny. But she's just not developed enough. Like she's the least developed out of all the princesses, and that upsets me because she's one of the best ones, but just needed more time to develop. And unfortunately, I have to say the same about Spinnerella. No wait, there you go. So, in case you didn't know, Natasha and Spinnerella are married, so they both get the same amount of development. And literally every joke about them is that they're married. Like, and that kind of, like, gets old, kind of. Like, can they maybe have their own arcs? Like, well, they got their own arcs in season 5, but they were still to do with each other. Like, I'm glad they got a little bit development in the final season, but, again, it was about each other. Like, can we see who they are separate from each other, maybe? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying I want them to break up, obviously, but, yeah. Their whole characters in the show is that we are a couple, and that's it. Although, Spinnerella was voiced by Nate Stevenson, which is pretty cool. Before he transitioned as well, which, you know. Okay, I'm gonna put Frosta in the C tier. Frosta's probably the most annoying of all the princesses, yeah. But the thing is, she's a child at least, so I can at least give her that. She's the youngest of all the princesses, so it makes sense that she's annoying, because she's only like 13 in season 5. Because I think season 5 takes place 2 years after season 4, I'm pretty sure. I'm not, oh, I need to Google that. But yeah, I get annoyed with Frosta. I think she's really annoying, but I can at least understand why she's that way because she is an actual child. But yeah, you're all gonna hate me for this one. I'm gonna put Glimmer in B tier. Now, I know Glimmer is the main princess aside from like SheRa herself, but like, I don't know. She annoys me more than Frosta. I'm not gonna lie. Like in the first episode, she is like so up herself, and it's like I guess that kind of makes sense. And then she learns to be a better friend and develops properly, and even in the princess prom, like you know, she's like mad at Bo because Bo went to the prom with Perfuma, and it's like, why are you getting mad at that? Leave him alone. And I understand that. But then in season 4, oh my god. Like, I understand that was the point. Like, her mom died, spoilers. But also, by the way, I'm not including her mom in this because she's a queen. So her mom died, and she had to take over the throne, and she was getting stressed, and then basically blamed Adora for her mother's death. And it was like, why did you do that? That was horrible. And then doesn't even listen to Adora, basically makes the world end. And it's like, Adora knows more about this than you, so why are you not listening to her? Like, that really annoyed me. So yeah, B tier for Glimmer. I'm sorry. Alright, this one I feel even better about. I'm gonna put Adora in A tier. Or, yeah, A tier. We'll put her in A tier. I like Adora a lot. Like, obviously she's the protagonist. She's technically not a princess, because if you know, she was raised in the Fright Zone. She's from, like, a different planet. I think she's from Eternia? Eternia, yeah. They live in Etheria. Okay. But I just like the other princesses more than her. That's literally the only reason. Like, yeah. Like, I love watching her arc of learning to be a hero. I'm glad that it doesn't all just come to her straight away. She has to actually learn and train. And then when she destroys the sword but learns that SheRa was in her all along. I mean, that sounds so cringy when I say it, but still, I liked it. And Adora's really funny when she's drunk. If you know, you know. Who's next? Okay, Perfuma. We'll also put Perfuma in A tier. Perfuma is actually one of the first transgender characters I've ever seen in a show. It was nice to have a transgender princess. Now, it's actually kind of debated if she's trans or not. I consider her trans because she was drawn to look trans. That is true. But then I've also seen people say that that's only the designer and she isn't actually trans and she's just a lesbian. But I like to think she's a trans lesbian. How many times did I say trans in that sentence? Wow. So, it's not really a headcanon, really. I just consider her trans. It's fine if you don't, but that's just how I see it. But Perfuma is one of the best princesses. I like her a lot. And I know it's probably unpopular that you like her more than Adora, but I don't care. I liked her in their debut episode. I like her little arc of learning to, like, you know, grow stronger, because she was like she's like a pacifist. She was one of the princesses that doesn't fight. She's also a hippie, and her powers are grass. And the fact that she's a hippie, I think I know what she does with that. But we're not going to get into that. Anyway, moving on. Mermista. We'll put Mermista on A tier as well. I love Mermista. Wow. Mermista's attitude is basically my own attitude. Get there. Come on. What? Okay, hang on. I need to put you in S tier, and then... There you go. There. Sorry about that. Mermista is one of my favorites. Her attitude is basically the same as mine. She just cannot be arsed with anything ever, and it's pretty funny. Because most of the time I can't either. You actually took a lot of motivation to make this video. But yeah, I like her a lot. And she also has water powers, which, if you know me, you know that I love water powers. And she also is a mermaid as well. She can turn into a mermaid. That's really cool. She was one of the first princesses to like get captured by Horde Prime and get hypnotized by him. That was quite scary actually, because like of all the she's like one of the strongest princesses arguably aside from SheRa. So yeah, that was quite intimidating. Also, I don't know if you noticed this actually, but Glimmer's the only princess whose name doesn't end with A. Kind of interesting there. All right, Scorpia. We're gonna put Scorpia in. We'll put her in. I don't know if we should put her in S tier or. You know what? S tier, yeah, Scorpia for Scorpia. Yeah. I love Scorpia so much. Like, wow. She's not a villain, but she's an antagonist. Like, she was, like, born in the Fright Zone, because the Fright Zone used to be her kingdom, but then Hordak took it over. So, her, like, grandfather just gave him the kingdom. So, Scorpio was raised in the Fright Zone and became a Force Captain. But then she, like, learns, like, because her whole arc is actually probably one of the best arcs in the show, actually. So she has a crush on Catra. Catra's, like, the main antagonist for a while. And then she realizes that Catra is not very a good friend. So then she has to, like, leave and go to, like, the what they call the Princess Alliance, yeah. And then she joins them. And then they help her reconnect to her runestone. That's how the princesses get their powers, the runestones. And she gets reconnected to it, which is what makes the world in balance again, which is actually what ends the world. That's what I was talking about with Glimmer. But if you haven't, I'm not going to spoil it. Just go watch it if you haven't, because you need to watch it. But yeah, Scorpia is one of the best princesses. I love her so much. But was there ever any doubt? Was there ever any doubt? Like, if you know me, you knew that she was going to be at the top rank. Like, nah. Entrapta is the best character in the whole series. An amazing character, an amazing representation of autism, like, everything. And even though she, like, spends most of the time in the Fright Zone, she isn't even a villain. Like, she's only, like, there because she loves science, and they're, like, basically funding her science, you know, giving her things to, like, build and things to work with. So, even though she's technically helping them, she's not evil. Like, she's only helping them because it's what she loves. She loves robots and building things. And her relationship with Catra and Scorpia is so cute as well, until a certain thing happens, which I won't spoil. Her relationship with Hordak's quite sweet as well, because Hordak's the first person that he actually grows to care about, which is really cool. And yeah, and she also goes to space with them in Season 5, but I won't spoil why. So yeah, everything about Entrapta is amazing. I love her so much. She's the only princess who technically doesn't have powers, although she can also move her hair, like, as it with another limb, which I don't know where that comes from, so I kind of wish they explained that better, but aside from that, yeah, Entrapta is the best princess. But yeah, that is my ranking of all the princesses in SheRa and the Princesses of Power. If you're really interested in the series, please go watch it, because it deserves to be seen. It's an amazing show, amazing for the LGBTQ plus community. Everything is good in it, except for Season 4. But that, I'll let you judge Season 4 for yourself. But that's where I'm going to end it there. Let me know who your favorite princess is in the comments down below. And please like and subscribe. And I'm Vivi, and I'll see you next time. Bye!